Luke chapter 21. And he lifted his gaze and observed the wealthy individuals placing their contributions into the treasury. He also saw a certain impoverished widow casting in 2 small coins. And he declared, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has given more than all the rest. For all these others have contributed from their surplus wealth to the offerings of God, but she, out of her poverty, has given all that she had to live on." As some were talking about the temple, how it was adorned with beautiful stones and offerings, Jesus said, "As for these things that you see, the days will come when there will not be left here one stone upon another that will not be thrown down." And they asked him, "Teacher, when will these things happen, and what will be the sign that they are about to take place?" He said, "See to it that you are not deceived. For many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and 'the time is at hand.' Do not follow them. When you hear of wars and disturbances, do not be terrified, for these things must take place first, but the end will not occur immediately." Then he said to them, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes in various places, famines, and pestilences. There will be fearful events and great signs from heaven. But before all this, they will seize you and persecute you. They will hand you over to synagogues and prisons, and you will be brought before kings and governors because of my name. It will lead to an opportunity for your testimony. Therefore settle it in your hearts not to meditate beforehand what you will answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which none of your adversaries will be able to withstand or contradict. You will be betrayed even by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends, and some of you they will put to death. And you will be hated by all for my name's sake. But not a hair of your head will perish. By your endurance you will gain your lives. But when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then recognize that her desolation is near. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let those who are in the midst of the city depart, and let not those who are in the country enter it. For these are days of vengeance, so that all things which are written will be fulfilled. Woe to those who are pregnant and to those who nurse infants in those days. For there will be great distress upon the earth and wrath against this people. They will fall by the edge of the sword and be led away as captives among all nations, and Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. And there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men will faint from fear and the expectation of the things that are coming upon the world, for the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these things begin to happen, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. He told them a parable, "Look at the fig tree, and all the trees. As soon as they sprout leaves, you can see for yourselves and know that summer is already near. In the same way, when you see these things happening, recognize that the kingdom of God is near. Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all things take place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But be on your guard, so that your hearts will not be weighed down with dissipation and drunkenness and the worries of life, and that day will not come on you suddenly like a trap. For it will come upon all those who dwell on the face of the earth. Therefore, be alert at all times, praying that you may have strength to escape all these things that are going to take place and to stand before the Son of Man." And in the daytime, he was teaching in the temple, but at night, he went out and stayed on the mount called the Mount of Olives. And all the people would get up early in the morning to come to him in the temple to listen to him.